going on, Jerome's. So what sort of bugs me is that it's 37 and mostly sunny in Minneapolis today in the great state of Minnesota. So it would have been perfect weather for a Super Bowl parade, which is great. Great. Also great is Hockenson. TJ Hockenson is freaking awesome, but unfortunately his knee got turned into pulled pork by Dirty Kirby Joseph towards the end of last season, and it's really unfortunate because it's going to put his offseason availability kaput and also his potential availability for the start of the 2024 season in question. Now, yes, Hockenson last offseason did get the monster extension with incentives, could be the highest paid tight end in NFL history. Well, that is until the next guy gets paid. That's what happens, man, right? So just really unfortunate that Hockenson tore up his knee, but he was having a career year. And if Dirty Kirby Joseph didn't live up to his billing, he would have had a 100-catch, 1,000-yard season and certainly would have been worth the money. And Hockenson is a top 3 tight end in the league, and he's certainly not 3, and is a major part of the Vikings' holy triumvirate of pass catchers with Jefferson and Addison. And hopefully he's going to be returning sooner rather than later in 2024. But outlook isn't great, especially since they had to delay surgery for a hot second. So this is from Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gershman. Who's not. Hockenson, a fixture of one of the most important positions in the Vikings offensive scheme, tore the ACL and MCL in his right knee December 24th. In conjunction with the team's medical staff, he delayed surgery for 36 days while the MCL healed. Dr. Neil Eltrachi repaired the ACL on January 29th. Multiple sources told ESPN there have been no complications from the surgery, but as opposed to like a situationship. Like, are you dating? Are you not dating? Who knows? But emphasize the typical recovery from that type of injury he suffered is 9 months. That timeline will put Hockenson in the conversation for playing towards the end of September or early October, the NFL's opening weekend of September 5th through 9th. It's early in the process, and Hockenson's schedule could either be accelerated or slowed based on timing of various milestones. But the most relevant question is not whether he will be ready for week 1, but instead whether he will be placed on the physically unable to perform PUP list, making him ineligible to play until week 5 at the earliest. And just given the way that the Vikings regime under O'Connell have been, very kid's glove when it comes to guys returning from injuries. You look at O'Neal last off-season and training camp, come back from the Achilles. You look at JJ with his hamstring in season, and yeah, it's pretty safe to say that Hockenson probably won't be available to start the year. And the PUP list, so physically unable to perform list, is for players who are blah, 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 blah. Basically, you have the PUP list, you have the non-football injury list. And PUP list is any injury that takes place either at the team facility or a practice or in a game, anything related to the team. The NFI is if a player is working out by himself or blows his hand up with fireworks or, I don't know, cuts himself trying to stab a shark. Who knows? I don't think anyone has done that, but give it time. These guys have a lot of free time during the offseason now. But the PUP, basically, if you want to be on the regular season PUP list, you have to be placed on the preseason training camp PUP list, and that's something that probably is going to happen with Hockenson. Now, in training camp, you can come off the list at any time, but if you're on the regular season PUP list, you do have to miss the first 4 games. It used to be 6, but in 2022, it changed it to 4, and I think that's going to be the course of action with Hockenson because, as much as I love Hawk, we want this to be right. We don't want there to be any setbacks, and this is a major injury, like multiple ligaments, and it's not, I mean, everyone thinks that every ACL is Adrian Peterson. No ACLs are the same, and it goes into severity of injury. It goes into the player itself. I mean, for every Adrian ACL, there's a Derrick Rose ACL. So there you go. But Hockenson, want to get him back to 100% because when he's on, he's one of the best tight ends in the game. And the Vikings, so they've spent up at the tight end position. Hockenson, the richest tight end in NFL history with incentives. Oliver, the 3 years, $21 million deal. Now, what was interesting is that after Hockenson went down, Oliver didn't rise up as a tight end 1 in pass catching situations or 2-minute drill. That was Johnny Munt, the pride of Oregon, the guy who came over from the Rams, and he's a free agent. I think that he will be back. May have some leverage. Maybe he'll get a little chunk of money. Nick Buse, your company's computer guy, is also an exclusive rights free agent, but he'll be back. So I don't see the Vikings like signing any big names in free agency. Maybe you could see like a day 3 tight end, sure. But I think they'll stay in-house, and maybe given time in the offseason, maybe they'll see that Josh Oliver can be that receiving tight end 1 and more than just a blocking tight end 2, basically an H-back. But I mean, because Josh Oliver was a receiving tight end, a bit of a physical freak coming out of San Jose State before he became one of the best blocking tight ends in the game with the Ravens. So I would actually be fine if Josh Oliver fills in that spot for Hockenson for a couple of games until he comes off the PUP list. But I guess we'll see. Like I said, want Hockenson to be 100%, and yeah, he's going to miss OTAs, a mandatory minicamp, and probably most of training camp. But get that knee 100% good to go, and if it's the second quarter of the season, fine. If it's midway through the season before he's back at 100%, that's fine too. Do not have a setback on this. Don't let him touch the field until he's 100%, and then revved up, ready to go. I mean, part of the most no matter who's that quarterback, whether it's Kirk, whether it's rookie TBD, whether it's Baker Mayfield, I don't know. Either way, the Vikings offense will be extremely high octane, and adding Hockenson to the mix when he's 100% will make this baby premium. There you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Hockenson reportedly could start this season on the PUP list. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Most worth the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.